This is Matthew McConaughey.
Natalie Portman.
James Patterson.
Michael Ian Black.
And you are listening to
Five Questions
with Dan
Schawbel.
Charles, welcome to Five Questions.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be on it.
It's so happy to have you here. I want to start off. I'm wondering what inspired you to originally become a basketball player in your youth, and how did you pursue that as a career?
Wow, what inspired me to be? That's a tough one. I think when you're a kid, it just comes natural. You pick up a ball, start dribbling, and you keep dribbling until you get into about the 6th or 7th, 8th grade. Maybe start seeing potential. People start to notice more about you. I guess I really, when I got to junior high, I didn't play that much. When I got to high school, because I played football and basketball, it just started to come out, and the potential started to come out, and then you start beating a lot of teams, and people start looking at you more, scouts and people, attention, people in your neighborhood, people, friends of yours. Wow, you got some talent, huh? Yeah. So once that happened in high school, went to college and small school, and it wasn't a push from the family or nobody. It was just me just trying to make myself better in life and show them I can do stuff on my own. And when I got to college, I went to college for 4 years, only came home one time. So it wasn't at home. It was just, I just kept pushing myself. When I got into college, my coach started pushing me. And after that, it was just like I got lucky my senior year to get invited to some all-star games.
Basically, I think where you're going with this is, you were playing various sports and excelling at them, and other people in your life were kind of giving you that validation to say, hey, you are really good. And that probably further gave you confidence.
I was just giving you a little short ride down, memory lane. Like, it wasn't a push for nobody. It just came with an end. Once I got to a point, like high school, my senior year, my high school coach started saying, like, wow, you're gonna have a lot of calls and offers. And then, since I played football too, I got a lot of football offers too, but I didn't know nothing like what happened at the end, getting drafted in the NBA. I never thought as a kid that I would be in the NBA. So I was just one of them guys who just got lucky, right place, right time, and just kept working hard.
But don't you think that working really hard positioning you to get lucky, as in you could argue you made your own luck? Of course, the probability of getting into the NBA and having a career like yours is probably slim relative to everyone else trying to pursue that same career.
Right.
But you have to put a lot of effort in to even have a shot at that.
Yes. Working hard and come from my grandfather. He was a guy who got up every morning at 4 o'clock, consistent, went to the field. He did 3 or 4 things before he went to work every morning. And when he got home from work, he did 3 or 4 things before he went to sleep at night. So I seen him do that for 6 or 7 years as a kid. And I just seen it inspire me that how he could do all this. He one man. And so I just took a little of that and put it into me and, just kept working it. And it happened to me, before I was getting to the league from a small school, like you said, 1 in a million from a Division II historic Black college. There was a few other guys, but don't too many guys get drafted from my school. Ben Wallace was a free agent. A few other guys, he's in the Hall of Fame. He went to the same school. So he was a worker too, because he came from the South. Number against him, but he in the Hall of Fame, got championship rings. So the push came more in, I said, college and the NBA. When I got around people who on a level that can, tell me a lot more than I knew come from high school. Once I got from the college to the NBA, your pros, when you get in the league, they, you're hearing about guys and you get a chance to meet them. That's the most important thing. You see clips of them, they work hard and this and that. So, it's a bunch of people I can say inspires me early in my career, late in my career. I got to play with Michael Jordan and just seeing him, how he worked, don't talk a lot, just work. He just kept rubbing off. 18 years in the NBA.
What about your personality and life experiences made you the enforcer on the court?
My life experience, the person on the court, I think that, like I said, I had a chip on my shoulder coming from a small school. And, sometimes people tend to look at you a little different when you ain't from Georgetown, North Carolina, Duke, Kansas, one of the big, top 5 schools, whatever. So to them, I got to prove myself. So that's when the hard work come in, and I knew how to work. So once you show them you can work hard, and then you see the other veterans start to lead the way of coming. When veterans want to hang out with a younger guy, that means you're doing something special. So it was some of that working, and you got to prove it to them. I'm here. I wasn't supposed to be there, but I was there, and I showed them I earned to be there.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, people are only going to believe in you if you believe in yourself first.
Right.
People are only going to invest in you if you invest in yourself first. So that makes perfect sense. And in your book, The Last Enforcer, you discuss your relationship with George Floyd, which I thought was a really powerful part of the book. Can you talk about what he meant to you and the lasting impact you think he'll leave on the world?
Well, meeting George Floyd with Steven Jackson, coach, in the Big Three in the NBA, a guy who they call them twins. They look just alike, but he was a guy, want to be a NBA player like everybody else probably growing up. When you're around a lot of guys who think a lot, all they think, oh man, we're gonna be in the league. I went around guys saying we're gonna be when they was growing up, I want to be in the basketball, I want to play football. They just did it and just let it play out. But George Floyd, I think he changed the world, global, and what happened in facts and way it happened, and seeing someone down the ground and people really gravitate to that, and it was a whole different way. You can turn on the news channels, people talking. Everybody wanted to come together, no matter what race it was. They want just to stop. They wanted what happened don't happen. They don't want that to happen no more. Because you see everybody, holding a hand, rallying together, trying to, bring a different type of energy to life. Because that life is, we hope is over with. Because we hate to see someone lay on the ground, someone with their knee on their head, tell them they can't breathe when you still stay on his head. Oh man, that hurt. It was hurtful by watching it. When I went to the service and a lot of the protests and just seeing everybody come. He put a smile on a lot of people's face because we never thought in time that we can get so many people to come together and be as one. He made a change.
I agree. That's a really powerful statement and view based on your relationship with them. You've played with and against some of the top NBA players of all time. Who do you learn the most from and why?
Learn the most from, playing with Michael Jordan, being a friend of Michael Jordan. Everybody, they're going to call me a homer, because I'm going to say Michael Jordan, he showed me a lot. He was just a first-class guy. He no nonsense. This guy he showed by work. I think work is a key word in a lot of people's life because never complain, could have bailed out. You see he wanted to be the best ever. When you practice with him and you be around him, everything is about, he compete no matter what it is. It could be a 20-yard dash or riding the bike, who can go around the block the quickest, whatever. He was just always had that competing edge in him. So when you compete like that, everything you do is sooner or later it's gonna break through for you. They say if you believe in something, sooner or later you keep working towards your goal, it's gonna break through. But getting a chance to be around him, Dr. J was another guy. When I was younger, seeing him, and I got a chance when I got older to see him. We been to his birthday party, some other, his wedding, So when guys invite you to something like that, and that's special to me because I'm not one of his probably top 10 friends, but I'm a friend that he respects. And it's a lot of, I can say like Jim Jones, when I was a kid in high school for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they was always playing summer league in the park. Most of the pros in the older days play in the park in the summertime, not in the gym at all time. But to get pros outside the park, they can inspire you, some kids. But get a chance to play with him and still know him. We talk a lot. He's very intelligent about, things about what's going on. So it's a bunch of older heads, you know, George Gervin. And I got a chance to play with him in Chicago, not long, but we stayed in touch, and then we still talk all the time, you know. So it's you know, for the young guys with LeBron, you know, Steph Curry, them guys, to see them Hummer guys, because I played with Steph Dad in Toronto. Used to watch Steph and Vince Carter play one-on-one. LeBron, watch him grow up in Cleveland, you know, Akron, Ohio, but, you know, 20, 30 miles apart. But seeing them grow up to be who they are today is special.
Definitely. And they really would up anyone's game. You know, if you're surrounding yourself with elite athletes, you naturally have to elevate yourself to be able to compete against them and to, you know, potentially win, right? And so I think that makes a lot of sense. And what's your best piece of career advice?
To give someone, or I got for someone?
To give to someone.
Best career. I mean, like I said, I didn't know I would be a star in NBA. You got to go. They said stick with it. Be patient, because everything don't happen overnight. You got to learn how to respect people first, no matter what level you're on, trying to get somewhere. And, you know, just keep fighting and, you know, pray to God that it work out for you.
Yeah, I think patience is key because, you know, brands are not built overnight. Careers are not built overnight. Right. It just bit by bit, every single day, you were able to, you know, have a career that is worthy of the book you just wrote.
Well, I think the book is something that we need. It's got a lot of outrageous stories in it. It got a lot of stuff, you know, that people grow in life. They go through things. And in this book, bring out a lot about me as a kid, my grandparents, but, you know, my aunts, and not running with the police, but, you know, maybe I've been, you know, stuff happened with them, shouldn't have happened. You know, maybe I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then when you get older, stuff still happen, you know. In the garden, things happen. And, you know, I went in the wrong. So stuff always can happen. Just try to prevent from happening. Try to put yourself in good places.
Absolutely agree. And that's great advice. And thank you so much for being on the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me.